Coach, after the win on Saturday, Dylan Johnson was saying that there was a more of an effort, I guess, to run the ball more this year, and obviously the numbers back that up. Is that something that you guys saw in the off season that maybe you thought was an opportunity to use the running game a bit more this year? Or is that kind of a game by game basis where you've seen those type of results?
We work on it all the time anyway. I mean, the biggest thing, you're trying to figure out the best way to move the ball, and that's all part of it. I did think we needed to improve on it, and then really just as far as I thought last year our backs were slow at hitting the hole, and I thought our linemen didn't finish blocks at the second level, and we got to keep getting better at that, and we got to get better at it as it is.
Coach, after the win, you entered both major polls at number 23. What is your opinion of polls, and is it just a good conversation piece, or is it something you take pride in?
I pretty much ignore them. Just try to go to the next one. Been busy, watching film all night, and that'll happen again tonight. So I'm kind of preoccupied with that. There's no real, stopping point on the poll thing. So. Just try to worry about what's right now and what you can control. And that's, today it's put together the best game plan you can. Tomorrow it's have the best practice you can, and so it goes,
Mike, KJ Jefferson, his status for this Saturday is uncertain after suffering an injury in the Alabama game. How does that kind of impact your preparation, and how much more difficult does it make things?
I don't know. We'll look at, first of all, him we already know about, and then whoever's behind him, we'll see what they can do for sure. I don't know that he's out. An awful lot of times looks like somebody's out, and he, comes in there, and there isn't anything wrong with them. So we'll see, but I don't think they're going to change their whole offense, and it'd be difficult to do in a week no matter who you're playing. So. It'll be pretty similar to what they do already, because they can't just reteach everything.
Yeah.
So far, this team has made a significant jump in terms of scoring touchdowns in the red zone. What do you think has led to that improvement, and what have you thought of the red zone performance this year?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we've led in that before, too. Had better than average, I mean, as long as they're all touchdowns, I haven't looked at it for a while, but I don't think they are all touchdowns, so we can definitely improve,
Coach, back during training camp, you were asked about Ra, and you said he just needed to be more consistent. 2 weeks ago, I think he had one catch, maybe a drop or two, and then last week had a really big game. What have you seen from him as far as that consistency goes this year?
I think he's improving. I think he has to get more consistent. He has to be able to string together one good day of work after the next. And I also think that, sometimes players need to understand the difference between being consistently good and occasionally great. I mean, it's easy to, have a great play here or there and think, all right, well, that's it, and, cruise along. And but that, the most valuable guy is the guy that's consistently good, the guy that you can count on every play. But I think he's getting better, and I think that, he's dangerous when he's got the ball. He's faster than he looks, and he's got a lot of range.
Mike, you've talked about consistency a lot with this team. What did you think of it Saturday? And if it's good, is it easier to become more consistent? Is it easier to get in a routine that way?
I hope so. I did think we were more consistent. We certainly weren't the whole time. I think that, but when we did have adversity, if something went wrong on offense, defense picked us up. If something went wrong on defense, offense picked us up. And then I thought special teams figured in as well. So, and that's what you want, is you want to have complementary football where all phases are, holding up their end.
Coach, Nick Jones, 6'2", but obviously he's been effective at left tackle. He's not your prototypical size of left tackle. What do you see from him that makes him so effective there?
Good feet. He's got good feet. some guys just generate more power than others. He generates quite a bit of power, long arms. I think, and then he's a guy that, is pretty synchronized athletically. He's not all choppy out there. I mean, he does things smoothly and I think efficiently.
Mike, I need to get your thoughts on something. It's my dad's birthday. He's same age as you, actually. He's not really much for gifts in terms of what he wants, so it's kind of hard to, think about what to get him. Do you have any recommendations for a good birthday gift for someone that's your age?
No, shoot, I don't know. A day off. I'd go on a road trip somewhere. Pick out someplace cool. Go on a road trip. None of the boring stuff. No cell phones. Find some cool spots to go and take a drive. Eat at some great places, I'd say.
Arkansas defensive coordinator Barry Odom, someone you've faced plenty of times in your career. What have you kind of seen from Arkansas's defense this season? Is that kind of similar to what you've seen from Odom's defenses in the past?
Yeah, I think it's similar. He's got his package that he's worked for years to, refine and put together. And there's some changes here or there, I think, to accommodate the players he's got. And then, but I don't think he's going to reinvent something new because he spent, well over a decade developing this one. So.
Mike, you talked in the past about, this team not necessarily being old, but being experienced. How do you think this group has kind of learned to, handle the emotions that come with a big win like you guys had, and then be able to flush it, obviously, with a ranked opponent coming in again?
Well, the biggest thing is I hope we're able to just focus in on practice and improvement, because that's all that we really have control over. And if we do that, then, I think that gives us the opportunity to play our best.
Coach, this is an Arkansas team that leads the SEC in sacks. So going to this game, is there a greater emphasis on the pass protection, or is it about the same?
Well, we always emphasize pass protection quite a bit. We throw it more than anybody. So, yeah, we're kind of locked into the pass protection business. So, yep.
Deshaun Page was out the other day, and then Buki went out. J.P. Purvis came in and gave you some good minutes. What did you guys see from him on Saturday when he got that opportunity?
Thought he's explosive, excited to play. I thought, he didn't have any real stage fright out there, but just went out and played hard. I thought he played good.
With Will's development, Coach, I've heard you talk a lot before about him being a coach's son and some of the things that come along with that, him doing the homework. But how much of his progression would you kind of maybe attribute to him being a coach's son, and how has that helped him, I guess, learn your offense and maybe be more committed? I don't want to say more committed, but maybe more in his career, in his life, used to doing the homework to be successful.
Well, it's hard to gauge that, but he came in already knowing how to watch film and with an expectation that he was going to watch a lot of film. So I think that helped a lot. I mean, a lot of times the guy comes in and, this film thing, he hadn't heard of it or hadn't thought of it. And so he knew he was going to watch a lot of film. And I think there's a sense of timing as far as working with and developing himself and the other players. So, I think he really has a sense of, when to work and what's important. And I think there's that just because he sees his, what his dad does over the years and every day. And then, so I think there's part of that, where it's, I think a lot of what he's gone through and worked on, he expected and saw it coming. So I think it allows him to kind of immerse himself in it a little quicker and thoroughly.
Got an early kickoff this week. What would be your top 5 items to take to an early morning kickoff tailgate?
Well, some will bring Bloody Marys, I imagine. Let's see, top 5 to early morning, huh? Probably a comfortable chair or lawn chair to get a little sleep in before kickoff. You would definitely want, something good to eat, energize you, but that's quick and easy. 5, huh? Shoot, I don't know. Yeah, well, you definitely want that. Definitely want that. Definitely some level of stimulant. You need your sunglasses for sure. And then, well, and now probably if you're really having a good time, you're going to have a long after the tailgate thing too. So you're definitely going to want a good TV set up or somebody have one, or one of those screens out there on the lawn to watch the other games, because you're going to be done before most of them.
Going back to the red zone topic, when a team has some success down there, whether running, passing, whatever the defense, can success there breed future success in the red zone?
Oh, I think so. The important thing is put it in play. The most important thing in the red zone is don't squander plays. When people struggle in the red zone, it's because they squander plays. Put it in play. Make sure somebody's, the ball's in play, that there's not some incompletion or some running back runs, into 9 guys and gets 0 yards, And then, but don't be afraid to attack where they're at. The red zone's not about just setting up a field goal. The point of it's to try to score a touchdown.
Mike, on Saturday, between special teams, what y'all were able to do on offense, defensively as well, where did Saturday's performance kind of rank for you in terms of your team's most well-rounded performance compared to the others in your tenure here so far?
I thought it was a pretty good one. I thought it was a good one as far as, playing tough and aggressive. I don't know if it was our most consistent one, but I thought we were tough and aggressive and, kind of attacked the opportunity. So I thought that part was good.
With the last couple of games, you guys have had, some big special teams plays. I know in that Bowling Green game, I think you said it was either the best or one of the best special teams performances you've had here. I guess, how much of that credit goes to Coach Mealy and the work that he's done there? Have you seen, a shift in what you guys are doing on special teams with him at that, kind of coaching that position?
Well, I think he's done a really good job, and then his assistant Shane does a great job, and then I think we have 2 dangerous returners, which has helped. And then, and the most important thing you do is block. And then the other thing is, I think our punters and our kickers are doing a good job. They've evolved to the positive.